Lewis Rees, Paul Horton and Simon Katic all scored 50s as LV County Championship 2nd Division leaders Lancashire had the better of the opening day of their latest match with strugglers Leicestershire at Grace Road. Batting first after winning the toss, Lancashire almost lost Horton twice to the first ball, both LBW and run out as he dallied out of his crease. Rees also had to be careful at the non-striker's end as Ollie Freckingham deflected a Horton drive onto the stumps. The ball still had enough on it to travel to the ropes. In spite of these moments of drama, the morning very much belonged to these two batsmen, the 6th different opening partnership that Lancashire employed this season. Rees has already made a name for himself on this ground this year, scoring a maiden first-class 100 in Leeds Bradford University colours in a pre-season win. For Horton, it must have just been nice to be back out in the middle. This was his first appearance since he dislocated a finger twice. He last played on May the 19th and was clearly in the mood to make up for the time that he'd lost out on the sidelines. He was first to his 50, 20 minutes before lunch. He got there with his 10th four to his 72nd delivery, and before the break he'd taken his side to 3 figures, the first time that the openers have done that for the county this summer. Against this inexperienced attack, Horton would have fancied many more. And he may have got them had he not been victim of an outstanding catch off screen from Freckingham. Horton departed for 59, made out of a total of 104 for 1. In at 3, Ashwell Prince soon made his intentions clear as he sent this ball from James Sykes over the ropes for a 6, as Lancashire looked to press on. Rees, meanwhile, was halfway to a double of 200s on the same ground in the same season but for different teams when he took a single off Sykes to get to his 2nd championship 50 in his 7th innings. It had come off 113 balls with 6 fours included. Lancashire was seeking their 4th championship success in their last 5 outings, and they were making very good progress against a side whose aspirations are possibly just to avoid winning the wooden spoon this summer. 22-year-old Rees impressed so much with his university that he was recalled to Lancashire after leaving the county's academy 5 years ago. He appears to be an accomplished player and must be delighted to have the likes of Prince and Katic to bat with. Young men can only learn good things from such players. He and the South African added a comfortable 77 runs for the 2nd wicket here. There was some surprise when it was ended by Michael Thornley, who saw Prince top edge a pull to offer Sykes a simple catch after making 33. And Rees fell 2 balls later for a championship best 85, and it was a wonderful moment for 20-year-old Tom Wells, for whom this was his maiden first-class wicket on debut. Rees will have been bitterly disappointed to fall so close to his ton, but the mantle was then picked up by Katic, the 2nd Division's leading run scorer this year. He actually made a rather slow start but has been in fantastic form of late, scoring runs aplenty. He and Andrea Agathangalu took the total along to 219, but then the latter nicked Freckingham behind to go for a dozen. Katic was now the man that Leicestershire desperately needed to see the back of, but the very experienced Australian showed no sign of giving his wicket away as he once more accumulated his runs in his own unique style. He is a player who still loves scoring runs. This shot took him to his 8th 50-plus score of the summer in 14 innings for Lancashire. This one had come at a good rate too, occupying only 69 balls, 6 of which had brought the left-hander boundaries. If anyone was going to get him out, then it was Matthew Hoggard, who found the batsman's edge to have him taken behind for 62 at 281 for 5. After a poor morning in which no wickets were forthcoming, Leicestershire should be applauded for their efforts in the last 2 sessions, yet it was still Lancashire who ended the day in the box seat, with Tom Smith and Luke Proctor seeing out the final half hour in which they took their side beyond 300 to give them a great chance of putting their hosts under pressure later on the 2nd day. Proctor will go again on 37 then, with Smith on 8, and with plenty of batting still to come, Lancashire will be hopeful of a very big score in their first innings. They'll resume on 303 for 5.